Shelby, a 71% successful grant writer and small business development coach. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I would graciously ask you to like, share, and subscribe because in this video, I'm going to go over what you need to have to best prepare you for any type of debt-free funding opportunity. Now, most cases, when we hear the word funding, we're always thinking about loans, lines of credit, and credit cards. But I'm not talking about those type of funding opportunities. There are working capital opportunities, money that you can actually get as a startup, a seasoned business, or even a nonprofit or a community leader, and you don't have to pay it back. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what you need to have to best prepare yourself for these opportunities, and then I'm going to show you where you can find some of them. And if you have any questions, you can always book a one-on-one consultation with me, and I can walk you through this entire thing just on a one-on-one basis on a recorded Zoom, or you can ask me any type of question, okay? So let's get down to it. If you're joining me, okay, make sure you say hello. I love when all of my friends are interactive on my live streams. So debt-free funding opportunities are out here, especially right now in 2025. So many new opportunities that we can actually take on. So I don't want us to get demotivated through these trying times. But before I get there, I want to take the time out to say, I just want to pray, okay? I've already been praying all night, but I just want to say, my heart goes out to those victims who are being affected by the California fires. My heart goes out to all of you all who are experiencing a serious weather disaster. I just recently, less than 6 months ago, left Florida from Hurricane Milton, and that was not a fun thing to go through. And now I'm seeing, from even though I'm here in Nigeria, I'm still getting news from my parents and my family and friends that do live in California, that live all across the nation, and they're all telling me about what's going on. So I want to extend my love, my support, and whatever information that I get from FEMA.gov or any grants and opportunities that I come across, I will dedicate my time and live streams to making sure you all get that information that you deserve. So far, I've heard that FEMA is in the works of trying to get those disaster relief funds out to you, but you guys are still experiencing the fires, and also some of you all are experiencing the aftermath. So when they officially make an announcement about what disaster opportunities you have, I promise you I will deliver a thorough explanation on how you can get that money. But my heart and support goes out to you. All right, so let's get right into it. Hey, everybody. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to me. Okay, so 2025, new year, new opportunities, new businesses are starting, and there's new debt-free funding opportunities. Debt-free funding opportunities is funding opportunities, working capital money, cha-ching, that you can get to start your idea or to just continue your idea on whatever it is, whether you are a for-profit or nonprofit. Now, I like to talk about grants, but I also have came across so many different programs we can join that will give us a little bit more support, okay? These are called different, accelerator programs and incubators. So before we get into that, let's just go down the line. And I want to reassure you that you have all of the credentials you need to have before you get into these debt-free opportunities, okay? All right, so I did provide you guys last year, like the last week of 2024, with a spreadsheet that outlines step by step in chronological order what all small business owners and startups should have in order to be operational in the United States. We're going to go over that spreadsheet once again. I would, definitely love if you would probably screenshot, all right? But I will drop the shared link to this spreadsheet in the chat here, and I'll also try to put it in the description for those of you all who are watching afterwards. So that way you can have access to the spreadsheet that I created, and you could just check off each time you have completed a task. But you need to have these things first before you go for any funding opportunity, okay? I promise you, if you do these things, it will definitely give you like a head start, and it will increase your chances of approvals with any opportunity that you're going for, okay? All right, so I'm going to bring up my spreadsheet here, and I'm going to also put it here in the chat for you all. Now, you guys usually know exactly what you need to have, like your LLC, EIN, all of that stuff, right? But I want to just like kind of go dive deeper into it. And then, if we have any questions at the end, obviously I'll open the floor for that. Okay, so let me share the link. Now I'm going to share the link with you, but what I please ask, right? I advise that you actually make a copy of this spreadsheet. Now this is through Google, okay? So Google allows you to open up this document and then you'll be able to make a copy yourself. Make a copy into your own Google so that way you won't, we won't see your information, okay? It's a shared document, so you got to be mindful. All right. I'm also putting it here in the description too, so that way you can have it, okay? Here is the business setup list. Okay, list. Okay, and I have it here just in case it's not clickable for you. You should be able to click it in the description, okay, friend? All right, so let's get to it. Now, the first thing I want to go over, I'm going to show it to you here, and I welcome you to take a screenshot if you will, okay? We're going to go over this briefly. Now, these are all the things that you should have in chronological order. I've actually outlined, and I've made this very easy for you to go through step by step. And I've also provided you with some direct links and some AI tools that will help you with, completing these tasks. So that way you don't have to go on the journey on your own. I've already done this for you. And, so we'll go through it. Let's do it. All right, so the first thing, every business and every idea needs to have a business plan, right? This is very important in your development steps. If you don't have a business plan, well, then how is the lenders or the grantors or investors, how are they supposed to know exactly what your business roadmap looks like, the life of your business, the importance of your product or service? So the first step I always tell my clients, get a business plan. Now, I've provided you with an AI tool here that you can go to and get your business plan done for just $20, okay? So go ahead and use that AI tool I gave you, as well as you need to have a pitch deck. Now, we're going to see the requests for these pitch decks a lot more in 2025. I mean, while the business plans have their place, business plans are usually used for team support, right? Team reassurance, and it's also to show professionalism in your business. But in all reality, a lot of these debt-free opportunities that I'm going to talk about, you're going to see that they're requesting what's called a business pitch deck. A pitch deck is the PowerPoint version of your business plan. So if you have a business pitch deck, this should be all of the direct factors of your product or service, what makes it so needed in the market, and why you are deserving of an opportunity to continue on, to use it as working capital. So I've provided you here in the notes with an AI tool that will help you develop your pitch deck, okay? All right, next. Let's start with a business address when we're talking about, before we even get to the LLC and EIN, you want to get a business address. Now, depending on the type of industry you're in, because in 2025, business credit and everything is actually changing, okay? So let's talk about this really quick. All right, and for you guys who are just joining, I want you to know that I did put the spreadsheet inside of the description so you can follow along, okay? All right, so now the business address. Let's say that you are a person who is making certain things like soaps and stuff out of your house. Well, yeah, you can use your house. You can use your house as a home office as well, okay? In 2025, it's okay for you to use your home as an address depending on the type of industry you're in. If you're in a trucking industry, then you need to get a actual business address. That's when I would say you could use like a virtual office possibly, but prefer like a brick and mortar, like an actual location. If you're doing something like real estate, having an actual office would be good, an actual location. And but it all depends on the business industry, right? If you are, let's say, doing hair, right? You're doing wigs. Well, obviously, the salon is your place of business in most cases, right? So, depending on the type of industry, yes, you can use your home address, but it just kind of depends. All right, I don't have a list of industries or anything like that to give you, but it just kind of like you got to think of how it will make sense, right? So if you are like one of those high earning industries that's like real estate, trucking, anything that will kind of require you to have a physical location, then yes, you need to have a physical location. Then you can use the location you plan to, gain, right? So in most cases, for some of you all, you have a physical location that you want to rent out, you want to lease. So you can use that address ahead of time, for temporarily, right? You can do that. As long as you're speaking with the landlord and they're okay and you guys are working something out, right? So with the address, it's not so much like how it was in 2020. It's not like a hard thing anymore, okay? You can use your home address now because for the lender's sake, okay? For the lender's sake, and this is the word I've got from my big funding friends who do like over 20 millions of dollars in getting you guys funded, okay? The lenders want to know where you at. Okay, they want to know where you at. They are giving you money, so they want to know where you stay at. Like, where is the place of business? If you are operating the business out of your home, let us know that so we know that we need to come to this place of business, to this address, in case we need to get our money. Like, you know what I mean? So they just want to know where you are located. And so if you're doing business out of your home, that's fine. Okay. All right. All right, so that's good. And you have a question here. It says, my business is a home-based service business in the surplus industry. Can I use my home address? Absolutely, right? So yeah, you can use it. Yeah, you can use it. All right. If you decide that you want to use a virtual office, you can use places like WeWork, Alliance Virtual Office, or you can use Regis. Some beg to differ to use Regis, but here's the thing. You can use Regis and gain a lease agreement with Regis, okay? That means you are going to rent out or lease out one of their actual, small or physical like offices, all right? It doesn't have to be a really big one. It can be the smallest one they have. On average, how much my lease is in Miami with Regis, it's almost $2,000 a month. But hey, corner office, nice views. We don't, you don't gotta pay what I pay, okay? But you can get like a lease through Regis. You can get a lease through any of these virtual offices, and that lease agreement that you get will allow you to, get other certifications like women-owned small business certification and minority business enterprise, because they need to come to a place of business in order for them to determine, if you are actual legit, okay? That's like actually one of the steps that you have to do in order to get one of those certifications. All right, so let's go to the next step. The next step is getting a business phone number. You guys can actually use your cell phone providers. You don't really have to go to like a third-party provider like phone.com, but I did provide you with phone.com. If you sign up with a virtual office, you can also use their number as well as a business phone number too. They will give you a business line and an extension for your clients. But if you have a cell phone provider like Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, then you can just simply switch your plan over into your business name once you receive your LLC and EIN. So temporarily in the moment, your business phone number would be like a Google Voice number you can download, or it can be like your personal number just for now, okay? All right, so next thing, all right, next step, you need to get a business website. Now, a lot of you guys, depending on not a lot, but depending on what type of business industry you are in or how you want to market yourself, some of you all need some serious website development, right? Whereas you have to have multiple pages, a lot of graphics because of the type of business that you are. But then some of you, right, don't really need much of a page. You just need a simple landing page that says, hey, this is what we do, and you can contact us here. So use GoDaddy.com. I know some beg to differ that GoDaddy can be a bit expensive, but it's the most convenient space. It's the most convenient website to use to get domains and also to get a professional email address. Also, they have AI tools embedded into their system now that will automatically publish a free website for you. So that way you don't really have to stress yourself out in trying to find somebody through Fiverr.com and then pay them hundreds of dollars to try to develop a website in your development stages. No, okay? We're going to do this as like cost effective as possible. Now, once you get your business website through GoDaddy.com, you can get in the same setting the business email. A professional business email address will be something like info@mycompany.com. Anytime you are corresponding with someone that you are looking to get capital from, that you're looking to get money from, you need to have a professional email address. Don't use your Google and don't use Yahoo because it's unprofessional and it just seems like you just are looking for something more personal. So, get a professional email address. You can use GoDaddy.com to do that, or you can use Google Workspace. I'm a Google girly, so Google Workspace is for me. Okay. All right. So after that, we have the business EIN. Now, getting the business EIN is absolutely free. It costs $0 for you to get a business EIN number. All you have to do is visit irs.gov, and you can put in the information about your business name, address, start date, and then your name as the company owner, where you're located, and then it will automatically draft a like up to I think it's nine digit or 8 or 9 digit EIN number. Okay, EIN number. The EIN is a acronym for Employee Identification Number. Employee Identification Number, which means you will be employer identification number, which means you need this number, and think of it like it's an identification number. So think of it like a social security number for your business. That's like the best way I can put it because it's through the IRS, it's through the government. And this is how Uncle Sam actually like identifies your business when paying taxes. Okay, so even with your personal taxes, you have to use your name, date of birth, address, and social. Well, in this case, in the business world, you have to use your business name, business email address, and EIN. Okay? So the EIN will serve as your business social security number. You can get that for free by visiting irs.gov. Okay? And you'll see it there. In blue and white, it'll say, get your EIN number and employee identification. Click on that hyperlink, and it'll take you directly to where you need to be. Okay? All right, so let's move on to the next list. For those of you who are just coming in, we are going over my business setup list. I actually put the link to this list inside of the description so that way you can have the list yourself. When you come in here, definitely click on file and make a copy for yourself so that way we don't get to see any of your notes that you're making for yourself as you are completing these steps. These are the actual steps that you need to complete in order for you to get any business funding opportunity, especially debt-free opportunities, okay? All right, so the next step we're going over is getting your LLC. So you need to get an LLC, or you just need to get what's called a business articles of organization. So you could get either like a LLC or INC, S Corp, whatever you decide you want to do. I prefer a limited liability company. I just like LLCs because it's just like easier as far as with taxes to be taxed upon. Also, for small businesses, in most cases, I like to tell you guys to get an LLC simply because you want to go into the corporations more so when you are doing like a parent company, right? So that's when you have like the investment group and then you have multiple LLCs and the investment group, the corporation owns, owns, the LLCs. That's kind of when I would say you want to do the corporation, the INC. Or you can be an LLC and then like one day God just blessed you like crazy and you get all of this like demand and now you have to hire like over like 150 employees or 200 employees. Then I would say, especially when you're getting up to like 500 employees or more, then that's when I would say switch over to being a corporation, okay? And the setups are actually different, you guys. So for the LLCs, you will be what's called like an authorized member, right? An authorized managing member. An LLC is a partnership, right? That's kind of what it is. A limited liability company, sorry. But how it's structured. It's not like president, CEO. That's just kind of like not how it works. You're either like the authorized member to do this, or you're like a managing member. That's kind of how it works. In the corporation part, that's when you have founder and CEO and CFO and COO and, CMO, right? That's when you get all of these like different bodies of people who own pieces of this company. You guys own shares of the company, right? So that's how corporations are set up. So I always say if you're a small business and you're starting, go for an LLC. Okay, it's just much easier to deal with and to comprehend. You can use LegalZoom.com. I provided you with some tools. You can also use ZenBusiness.com. Or you can go directly to your Secretary of State and click on the Department of Corporations, depending on what website you have. I know like Louisiana, Texas, and I believe Georgia, you guys have a place where you can just log in and you can take a look at all of your LLCs. I think that's really cool. In Florida, we use sunbiz.org. The only thing I don't like about Florida is that you can literally go on there. Anybody can go on there across the world, like it's just open access. And you can search for your business to see if your business is active. It's not like an individual thing. So yeah, but there you have it. So once you have your LLC, your EIN, business email address, business website, got your phone number, got your address, got your business plan, got your pitch deck, okay, you are definitely properly prepared to move forward with these debt-free opportunities, okay? That's really majority of what you need. Now, I have provided to you with more steps inside of this spreadsheet that you can take, like completing the BOI report submission, just in case, all right? Even though it's optional, just in case, I did provide you with the link to go to that. To go to that. Doing your business 401 directory. The last steps I have on here, like doing Google My Business and all of those other business setups, those are things that you want to have in place for like business credit opportunities, because the banks like to Google you, okay? And they will do it right there in your face. All right, so cool. So long as you have like the top 8 things we went over: the business plan, the pitch deck, the address, the phone number, the website, the email, the EIN, and the LLC, you're good to go. Now, I know you're probably wondering, well, can I get a grant? Can I get a investment opportunity? Can I get some type of debt-free opportunity that I don't have to pay back without having an LLC? Well, yeah, you can, right? If you are like a nonprofit or a community leader, there's different opportunities for different reasons. So you have to be mindful and vigilant on exactly what that particular opportunity is looking for. Okay? Cool. So the link is down below. Definitely click on the link so that way you can have this amazing list of all of the business things that you need to have, business setup list that I created for you. And, I hope that you can share it with other people too. Okay? All right. So we have talked about what you need to have before you move forward. Is there anybody who is stuck on these business development, tasks? Is there anybody who is stuck at one spot and you just simply need clarity, reassurance, and help to walk through, how to get that task done? I want to give you guys some time right now to ask me any questions regarding what we just went over before I bring up some, accelerator opportunities and incubators. And I hope you guys are having like a really great start to 2025, even though it's like a lot of stuff going on outside. All right. So many new grants out available as well. I noticed a lot of them are tech grant opportunities, like especially like for women. So yeah. So I'm going through my list here to talk about a few different opportunities that we have. And please, if there's any questions, you can drop them in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Established business. I love DoorDash because they're always giving out $10,000. Like, it's so amazing. All right. Okay. All right. I have like a whole entire list here, so I just wanted to make sure I brought some up that's for everybody, no matter what race, gender, ethnic group, or sexuality you are. Okay. And I love talking about this one, so yeah. Okay. Does an EIN as an individual disqualify you from grant opportunities? So, what do you mean? Does an EIN as an individual disqualify you from grant opportunities? I'm not really sure what you mean. Like, because EIN is employee identification number. So it has nothing to do with you as an individual. It's pretty much the identification number for your business. And so the grantors need to know who they're giving the money to. Say, I'm a sole proprietor. Okay, cool. So sole proprietor is pretty much a professional word or professional way of saying you are a hustler, right? You make, do things not, this is not like your primary, stream of income. So that's why I always say go with an LLC because it limits you when you are a sole proprietor, right? It really does limit you. You don't get most opportunities as a sole proprietor in any funding sector because what most lenders, grantors, and other people who want to give you money think of when they see sole prop is that you are not fully committed to the idea. You're not fully committed to the vision, and that you're just doing this on the side. So if you're just doing it on the side, you don't need to get any additional opportunities. You just simply need to continue to hustle because that's the position you put yourself in. But for those of you who want to be serious and you are militant on your mission, then you would get an LLC to show commitment to your idea. And so having an LLC actually opens up more doors because it shows that, you are an established company. Okay? So I advise, please get an LLC because you are actually limiting yourself and not allowing yourself to have, grant opportunities, investment capital, crowdfunding opportunities, and more. If I wanted to give you money, I would be like, okay, well, I want to be able to look you up. And by you being a sole prop, I don't have information on you to where I can be able to look you up. Like, I can't go through a database through the Secretary of State website to find you. Therefore, I would question, what type of company are you? What is the company's integrity and morals? Understand? So, commit fully to what you want to do if this is something you want to do, and do the LLC. Also, not having an EIN is not having a identification number for your business, which once again contradicts the entire development or the entire purpose of you being established. Okay? You need to have an EIN and an LLC. And everything I just went over, you need to have them. All 8 steps. Don't skip not one. Click the link in the description so that way you can have access to the free business setup list or book a one-on-one consultation with me so I can walk you through this. Good morning. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, thanks. That's what my county clerk misled. Yeah. Well, it all depends on what type of questions you ask. And if you're not aware of how or what type of questions to ask, then your response will be it won't be a thorough response, right? So, and in most cases, you got to think they're getting paid hourly. They're not getting paid enough to coach you on your development process. They will tell you what's exactly on their website. So it's always important to gain mentorship or to go to the SBA or your local small business development center and really ask probing questions. Probing questions is ask them in bits and pieces so that way you can get a thorough explanation and comprehension of exactly what you need to have in order to move forward. Okay, so let's go. Now I want to talk about what is a incubator program for startups, okay? Now, I know I talk a lot about grants. You can definitely get a grant for whatever idea you have. But then the thing about grants is it's a lotto, right? It can be a lotto or it can be easy, depending on how you set yourself up. Now, I told y'all, I'm not going into the grant question anymore. I have more than enough content on here that shows you exactly how to search and apply to a grant, okay? So, I don't want to talk about that. But I want to talk about other debt-free opportunities that you can go for that will give you all the support you need. And incubator programs is one. So let's read the Google definition of what it is, and then I'll show you an example of where you can go and get them, okay? All right, cool. So what is a incubator programs for startups? A startup incubator program is an organization that supports early stage businesses by providing resources like office space, mentorship, business education, and networking opportunities to help entrepreneurs develop their ideas and launch their companies successfully, even often with a focus on refining their business model and validating their product market fit before scaling up further. So what does that mean exactly? I mean, that pretty much means, and you guys can Google it the same way because guess what? Google is going to give you a list of incubator programs that you can join. What that means is, if you need a physical location to develop your product or service, you can get office space. You can get mentorship. You can get business education. Sometimes you can get capital. Yeah. And so imagine being able to get money and like money to start, and you'll be able to have a team of people that will help you develop the entire way. But you have to be open-minded and you have to be willing to listen and learn. Yeah. And in most cases with these programs, they're like 6-week training, 8-week training, 12-week training. I've seen some go as big as 36 weeks. But it's so worth it because you get the ability to network with the people that you need to, get in those rooms, and also talk to the alumni in your industry that's already reached those goals that you have. So instead of trying to continue to stay on Instagram and search and go the free route, well, this is a free route that will invest in you as long as you take the time, right? Because you have to pay in time. As long as you take the time to apply and go for it. Okay, so let me give you an example of a really good one, okay? A really good incubator, or let's say accelerator program. Accelerator programs are kind of similar to incubators, whereas accelerator, especially investment accelerator programs do the same where they give you the support, they give you the network, they give you the mentorship, but in most cases they're giving you capital and they're giving you the type of credits and network that you need to accelerate, hence the word accelerator program, all right? Cool. So they're pretty much the same. So if you're a startup, it would be like, you would see it say startup incubator program, or if it might say startup accelerator program, but they're one and the same, all right? Just one actually gives out a little bit more capital than the other, okay? All right, cool. So let me show you this. And I talked about these people once before. All right, so Generator. I love Generator because they have so many great accelerator like opportunities, mentorships, and you can speak directly to their people. Like you don't have to second guess whether or not like if you're good enough. Like you can just reach out to their team, right? So let's get into this. Now, accelerators. It says we run accelerators to catalyze community mentorship, network, convention, and capital to bridge a community's genius with opportunity. All right. So, Generator has funded so many startups. All right, and so many amazing ideas. This is what they do. They do investment accelerators. They have free accelerator programs that will just give you 4 to 7 week coaching. Creative accelerator. So this is really good for those who are like in the media and like media, musical arts, and visual arts. conferences, so you get network support, skill accelerators, so career support. So for those of you who want to get into tech and you want to do certain things in tech, well, they have skill accelerator programs. Corporations, right? So they're engaging with startups while developing your corporate venture capital or corporate innovation practice. So this is for like if you yourself own your own like investment group, okay? So they have so much, all right? These are the people that, you know, they've been able to help worldwide. And yeah, I love this program so much, okay? Yes, myself, I have had my experience, and I must say, yes, I'm going for it again, okay? I'm definitely going for all of their accelerators. So let's click on investment accelerators, and let's just kind of go dive a little deeper into this. The Generator Accelerator, it's a 12-week investment for equity accelerator with a concierge, mentorship-driven experience for high-growth startups. Now, they're pretty much, it says, we are a nationally ranked accelerator that invests in high-growth startups. Generator invests in only 5 to 6 companies per program. This means a concierge experience. We focus all of our time, energy, and network on you. Generator supports the growth of our startups through our network of experienced mentors, technologists, corporate partners, angel investors, and venture capitalists. See the latest Generator Investment Accelerator statistics here, okay? So they have such a huge portfolio, you guys. Generator Accelerator alumni have raised over $1.4 billion in capital, and they've created over 7,000 jobs. Absolutely amazing. These are the global accelerator programs. Right now, what I'm currently going for is the Kirkle Accelerator. This is one for fintech, so I've been able to like partner with a fintech idea or company, and we're like together, okay? And we're going for this accelerator here. But there's so many more that you can go for in different locations nationwide, and as well as globally, okay? Okay, so I want to choose one. If you guys like, just kind of, I don't know, if somebody is in one of these cities, let's see. I'll go ahead and choose. So I'll just choose generator like Las Vegas, maybe. Bonds Valley Investment Accelerator. Oh, okay. Is that in Alabama? Okay, I guess. Texas Generator Cybersecurity. I just want to see like I choose one that's just kind of like general. All right, so I'll choose this one. All right, so Ohio, Cincinnati. It says Generator Cincinnati. All right. Now, you don't have to be physically in this state. This is what I like about these accelerator programs. Your business does not have to be located in any one of these states or cities. You just have to be willing to take the time out to do your mentorship and training virtually. You also must be willing to come in person on the last couple of days so that way you can, you'll be able to get your reward and all that other good stuff. It's like usually like a whole little luncheon, and you get like time to pitch and talk about your product or service and your idea, okay? All right, so I wanted to clear that idea because I didn't want you guys to like say, okay, well, I'm not in Cincinnati. No, it doesn't matter where you are. As long as you are US based, you're good to go, okay? Where am I located? So right now I'm in Africa. I'm in Nigeria. I'm here on a government grant opportunity, developing so much out here in the tech space. So, but my actual office is located in Miami, Florida. Yes, but I travel the world. All right. So, Generator Cincinnati invests in 5 high growth startups per cohort. All right. So, 5 of you guys will get this opportunity. Now, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like. Okay. Now, it says this is an industry agnostic and business model agnostic program. We accept all types of startups across all industries and business models. You heard that? We accept all types of startups, across all industries and business models. Business model, what is that? Are you business to customer, business to business, or are you both? Accepted startups will receive $100,000 and you'll get 12 weeks of mentorship driven program. Well, let's dive deeper into this, shall we? Okay, so it says, we are a nationally ranked accelerator that invests in only 5 companies per program. Selected teams will receive a $100,000 investment and in return for 7.5% equity in your company using a simple agreement for future equity. So that's safe. So what this means is, yes, they want a piece of your company. There's only 5 of you. Hold on, don't get demotivated. Let me break down the mindset behind this, okay? Not all accelerator programs will want a piece or an equity in your company. Not all of them are like that. But for the ones that are like that, I love these. Let me tell you why. With my tech idea that I might have, right? If I get you to invest in my company for 100K and I give you 7.5%, well then, once I have exhausted the $100,000, because you are a part of my company, you have equity in my company, I have the ability to rejoin the program and get another $100,000 again. I have the ability to comfortably and confidently come to you and request another investment, because now you are a part of my business. You got a piece of equity in it, so guess what that means? You know what I mean? You got to help us make money. You got to help us get you a return on your investment. That's why I like those, okay? It says, we focus all of our time, energy, and network on you through a white glove experience. Generator supports the growth of you through our network of experienced mentors, technologists, corporate partners, angel investors, and venture capitalists. So you can get $100,000. You have to get 7.5%. And then also, you'll be able to get all of this mentorship that they're doing, all right? Okay, let me see. Let's learn more about this. Oh, let me go back. Sorry, guys. You know, it's kind of like slow. I'm here in Nigeria, so sorry. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much like reiterating the same thing, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, you can go on Generator and you can apply to any one of those. Now, the cool thing about these accelerator programs, like I said before, is that in most cases, you actually don't have to physically be in this location. So let me show you some information on what you need to have or what you get in detail with these this investment accelerator program. All right, let me show you. Good morning. Happy New Year. Okay, so we have the investment. So the investment is they'll give you $100,000 and they're requesting 7.5% in equity. Now, once you have joined the program or you have applied or before you apply, most likely, you can request to know when they want they are looking for ROI, which is return on investment. Now, you get mentorship, coaching, and one-on-one meetings. So you get 12 weeks of individualized coaching and mentorship from Generator team during bi-weekly one-on-one meetings. So the one-on-one meetings with 100 plus connections, including serial entrepreneurs, industry experts, and investors. Then you get strategic networking. We make highly relevant and impactful connections to corporate partners, investors, and experienced mentors to help you scale your impact. Build relationships within the cohort of 5 companies and the community of Generator alumni. Deals and perks. You get over $1 million in deals and perks from vendors like IBM Cloud, Rackspace, Amazon, PayPal, Zendesk, HubSpot, and Microsoft. These are all very well needed, tools for your development. You need a payment processor. You need and you need if you're in e-commerce, you might need Amazon, right? Or you might need to use Amazon to ship your products and deliver. And Microsoft is a really great place for you to host your whatever you're doing, your business online stuff, right? Documents and all kind of good stuff. All right, so the focus support. 1 out of 5, not 10, not 15, not 100. We only invest in 5 companies per program. We focus all of our time and energy and network on you. Then you have a premiere night, which is the fun part. You get an exclusive reception during which participating companies have the opportunity to pitch to an audience of entrepreneurs, mentors, and community members. This gives you the ability to market yourself and network with yourself with other people and other investors so that way you can continue to grow. Okay? So much in here. So it's what we're looking for. Applications are welcome from startups headquartered anywhere in the world, actually, so not just U.S. This is an industry agnostic and business model agnostic program. We accept all types of startups across all industries and business models. It says we focus on startups that have the opportunity for significant and scalable economic impact. If you are generating revenue or have a clear path towards greater adoption, we urge you to apply. So what that basically means is, do you have an actual plan, right? Because it said it, a clear path towards a greater adoption. A clear path. What's one way we can show a clear path to acceleration, to scaling? What's one way we can show that we have a clear path on what we plan to do with our business idea? Drop the answer. Now, while you're dropping your answer, I'll continue to read. They're looking for passionate and dedicated founders. Building a venture backable business is hard, really, really hard. That's what it says. We are here to support you along the way as we look for the founders who are in love with the problem they are solving, especially those who are underrepresented. That's you. You're solving a problem, right? And you're underrepresented because you don't get like traditional capital opportunities, or you just simply don't, you may not be in position for most other opportunities, traditional opportunities, right? Or you might be in a certain area, right? Cool. So, y'all didn't answer my question, but I'll answer it for you. One way that you can show that you have a clear path towards a greater adoption is by having a business plan and a pitch deck. A clear path, right? Business roadmap. Okay? Cool. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you all today. That you have, this is a debt-free opportunity. You didn't have to, put any money or pay for the application. You didn't have to build your credit. You don't have to pay any of this back, really. This one just, asks for a percentage of equity in your company, but this is an investment accelerator. That's what it's called, investment. But then you have other general accelerator programs through Generator that will still give you the same amount, $100,000, without taking any equity in your company. They just want to make sure that they are choosing well-deserving business owners, founders who truly are in love with the problem that they are solving. Okay? All right, perfect. Shout out to you, Charlene. Charlene got it. All right, so that's 100K. Now, there's levels to these programs and these investment opportunities and these fund grants and stuff. Like, you can get something that's $500, $200, $1,000, or you can get a $2 million opportunity, right? American Seed Fund. I talked about them a lot of times. I'm going to show you guys here, but they give out $2 million annually, like $2 million, up to $2 million per company that applies. And they usually give it to, on an average, about, I think they said 400 companies or something like that a year. So let me show you, all right? So, seedfund.nsf.gov. This is the American Seed Fund. No matter where you are in the world, you can actually apply to this one. It says, learn how startups can get up to $2 million to develop deep technologies. We'll walk you through our process and timeline, how to submit a project pitch, and what to expect along the way. Now, this is their timeline. What I'm essentially showing you all is the levels and the difference between, startup and small micro grants and micro opportunities versus big ticket opportunities like this one, $2 million. So they want to know, the first process is the basics. So what is going to be your idea? It has to be something in tech. They want you to submit your project pitch, right? That's why I say you need to have a pitch deck. You need to have a business plan. And then the third step is to submit a full proposal. This will be like that business plan part. Then you would have to give them, it says, if you are invited to submit a proposal, complete these steps. We offer multiple submission deadlines, but proposals can be submitted anytime. So once you submit your proposal, you have to wait about 6 months after you submit that when you'll be notified. I mean, for $2 million, you got to get in some time to go through not only your pitch and proposal, but others as well. On average, this particular opportunity gets well over like tens of thousands of applications on an annual basis. So you have to be mindful that they have to go through each application and they have to give themselves, and you have to give them the time to like get to you. All right, it's kind of like everybody's in line type of thing. But when they choose you, and they will let you know exactly how much they're going to fund you. In most cases, and I saw here just diving deeper. One day I was diving deeper in here. In most cases, they would give you like $300K up front, and then it's like whatever else you need in the life of your development. All right, so America Sea Fund is one that I'm personally going for. Right, I've been going for that one as well. I'm currently in my phases of waiting the 6 months to get a response, but I'm also going to apply for another tech idea. See, I come up with tech ideas on a drop of a dime, okay? So, and I just think about different problems that I see in the world, especially by me, like being so cultural, right? I've traveled and lived in different continents, countries, and different places. So I understand like what Latin America, what they could use and what kind of tech innovation I could develop. Like I'm here in Nigeria, but as I'm here in Africa, I'll be going to like South Africa and going all around the continent. So that way I can continue to pick up more on ideas that, we can develop. And then I will just continue to go for these opportunities. I won't stop. And I encourage you to do the same. Okay? Now, I want to be fully transparent with you. 2025 and beyond, you're going to see a lot more grant opportunities and a lot more like debt-free opportunities for the tech space. Simply because we're living in a digital world now. We got robots that are thinking for themselves, recoding and decoding themselves and all kinds of cool stuff. So with us knowing that, you got to be mindful of the times that we're in. While the lawn care services and the car washes and the auto sales companies and the hair salons and the lash estheticians, while you all have your place of business in the market sector, I want to assure you, and I want to encourage you, to start thinking of ways that you can solve a problem in your particular industry in a tech way, right? Can you develop some sort of software, an app, or a physical tool that will make that process easier, right? So an example, like if you are in the beauty industry, maybe you can create some sort of hair dryer, flat iron that is that it can be used by solar, right? Instead of you having to plug it up and charge it, you can actually just use solar to charge it, right? So maybe you can create some sort of flat iron like that. I also gave another example for beauty schools, right? Like beauty schools use mannequins all the time to perform their styles on. And that way the teacher, the cosmetology teacher or the barbering teacher usually comes around and grades your work, right? Takes a look at how you did your roller set or whatever the case may be on the mannequin. Well, why not develop a mannequin that gives you a time on the neck and also is registered with this certain type of software? So once you are complete with the style, it'll automatically go to the database, and that database will automatically be updated, and it will keep track of your time. If you know about the cosmetology space, you are getting your license based off of hours and also the styles you complete and obviously the education. So once you get through the book work, it's all about completing the hours. And what I've noticed in this industry, especially in cosmetology, is that most people fumble in the hour space. And also teachers do manipulate how many hours they plug in their favorite, whoever their favorite student is who barely shows up, right? But all of a sudden they're getting their license. Well, if you create what I just talked about, the mannequin and the software, the database that will connect with it, well, guess what? That will actually stop from or prevent any type of grade manipulation, right? Or hours manipulation against your license or your ability to get your cosmetology license. So think of ways in your industry that you can be tech kind of, or you can solve a problem with a tech idea. And I want you guys to start thinking in that way, okay? Even in real estate, right? You're in real estate, well, maybe it's time for you to brushing up home security. I mean, Apple's getting into it. We're not going to see too many Apple iPhones anymore after the 16. Apple's actually starting to roll back doing the whole Apple iPhone drop thing because we're no longer interested. So with that being said, we're seeing this big mega company pivot and still be a part of our lives and solve some sort of problem for us. We love Apple products, right? Some of us really do love Apple products. I'm an Apple product lover, okay? So the fact that they're getting into home security, well, we can do it too, especially if you're into real estate, right? Why not do something in home security? Find out if you can create some sort of tech, like a little small camera or something like that. That's almost as transparent can be. You know, just think of ways that you can solve a problem in that space. Maybe in the real estate space, there's a lot of scams of, tax lien houses and stuff like that. Well, what can you create? What type of software, database, or, business model or something like that, or tool can you create that can prevent any type of real estate scams? Right? Trucking. If you're into trucking and logistics, well, that's one industry that is quite easy to think of so many different tech ideas to help you out with your entire trucking business. From softwares, apps, as well as, physical tools. Something I used to always hear different truck drivers say is people will steal from your truck. Maybe you can create some sort of tool, AI driven tool, or some sort of tech, tool that we can use that will keep everything locked. Something much far greater than just like a car alarm system. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Think of ways you can solve a problem and make things much greater and much easier in your industry. And we don't have to just stick to just one thing, okay? Cool. Now, once you have created that idea, you have some sort of lead, guidance, then that's when you need to make the business plan and pitch deck and stuff. Now, if you guys need help, coming up with different ideas or just getting reassurance on whether your idea is good, you can always book a one-on-one consultation with me. You'll be surprised. Most people, in most cases, you don't have your idea fully thought out yet. I ask probing questions in my consultations okay, what is your idea? What is your vision for this? What are your goals for it? How much annually do you want to make from this? Well, at what percentage rate do you want to scale? How far do you want to take this business? Do you want to only stay nationally, or do you want to go global? What are the ways that you believe that you can take yourself that far? Will you always depend on other opportunities, or are you going to create a source of income in your business that will be a safety net? How do you plan to do that? So the questions that I ask will really get you to thinking I didn't think about that. And to be honest with you, the questions I'm asking are general questions that lenders, grantors, and investors and other people are going to ask. Because if you can thoroughly explain your idea and exactly the importance of it, how impactful it is, then that shows love and passion in you solving the problem. And that is exactly what these accelerator programs want. They'll give you $100,000, but they just want to see that you are the one that they should choose. All right, y'all. So we came to the end. came to the end of came to the end of this live stream. I want to know if you guys have any questions. Okay, I need grant money to teach Nigerians in Ghana and Kenya cybersecurity and get jobs in IT. Well, you don't need a grant for that. You can actually simply create a YouTube channel and you can do free YouTube videos on your own. You can do a Zoom, right? And Zoom is initially free, and you can record your screen. And you can put these videos on YouTube. And one thing I know about Africa, right, and Nigeria, we watch a lot of YouTube here. Like YouTube is like that's it, right? That's like what everybody watches here. So instead of depending on a grant opportunity to try to give you some money so that way you can, I don't know, get a building or something like that. Well, we're living in digital age. So be digital. Use the social media platforms. Use it and be as resourceful as possible. And when you can show growth, when you can show that you have this many subscribers and this many people who do believe in your education, then you can go to a grantor and you can say, hey, I'm a community leader in this sector. I have this many subscribers. I have this many people who are demanding my services, whatever service you want to offer. And, then you can go for an opportunity like that, right? But you got to start somewhere. You never want to start depending on an opportunity, even if it's a grant. You kind of want to show that you are a resourceful entrepreneur. You want to show that you can make something out of nothing. Do we have any other questions or concerns? Any questions? While you guys are dropping your questions, I'm going to show you a $10,000 grant that you can go for. I haven't really dove deeper into this grant, but this is through HoneyBook. I brought HoneyBook credit to you guys last year, and they did a $5,000 opportunity, I believe. So now they're doing $10,000, and it says 2025 January Jumpstart. Win $10,000 to show 2025 you mean business. So I'm going to show you this grant, and this is for everybody, okay? And then we'll come to the questions. But I want you to still write your questions down and your concerns so that way I can answer them. Okay? All right. So you could visit honeybook.com. All right. And this is what it looks like. It says 2025 January Jumpstart. This is their Jumpstart $10,000 grant. Get the tools, resources, and training to scale your business and a chance to win game-changing prizes. So let's see the terms. I like to click on the hyperlinks here. See the terms. See this? This is the stuff y'all don't like to go through, but I'm going to go through it because this is the stuff I like, okay? All right, so eligibility criteria, okay? I know it's a lot of words, so I'm just going to sit here and read it. So this giveaway is open to business entities found under the laws of all the 50 states. So you have to be a United States, U.S.-based company. Eligible participants must fall into one of the categories. You have to be either a new HoneyBook trial user or, their trial or you have to have started your trial between January 6th to January 31st. HoneyBook is asking you guys to join this free trial type of thing in order for you to have an entry into their $10,000 grant. This is what they're asking for. It says the following are not eligible to participate in the giveaway, which is businesses owned by or individuals who are directors, officers, members, or managers, or employees of HoneyBook. So as long as you don't work for them, you're fine. The giveaway period starts at midnight Pacific time on January 6th. So they've already started, and it ends on January 31st. Okay, so you have by the 31st to enter. So how to enter? It says to enter the giveaway, all eligible entrants can complete the following steps during the giveaway period. For new trial users from January 6th to the 31st, you must sign up for a free HoneyBook 7-day trial. Okay, and to give you the hyperlink, it says you need to add your company logo, you need to connect your email, and you need to also, it says, set up your bank details as well. Okay. For if you've already used HoneyBook once before, then you're pretty much just like doing the same thing but logging in, using your login. All right. So it says for all eligible, I want to make sure I don't miss anything. What's the prize? Okay, so 10 prize winners. So they're choosing randomly 10. It says we will randomly select. Let me show you because I want to make sure you guys see it. It says we will randomly, 10 winners, will be randomly selected from the pool of total entrants. Okay, random. So that means this is a random raffle or draw. That doesn't mean you have to be very specific or anything like that. This is just a random raffle, okay? And so any potential prize winners in this pool, will receive the winning grand prize. It says a business development stipend of $5,000, a system setup service valued up to $4,000, 1 year premium valued up to $1,300. All right, it says the APR, okay, yeah, average of the Jumpstart package is $10,000. Yeah, that's a total of $10,308, right? So in capital, in actual money, you will get $5,000. Kind of like the same one we went over last year, honeycomb credit. Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing. $5,000, and then you also get $4,000 in system setup services through HoneyBook Pro. All right, so HoneyBook's giving out all of this good stuff with credit and $5,000. That's what you get. It says winners will be selected, chosen at random on February 6th. So mark your calendars on February 6th. You should be notified if you are selected out of the 10. All right, cool. Winners notification, it says prize winners will be notified after February 6, 2025 via email to the email address associated with their HoneyBook trial registration. All right, so make sure that email that you're using, I would be in that email all the time within that first week of February. Okay, well, really right after February 6th. All right, so let me see what questions you guys have. You can visit honeybook.com and apply to their $10,000 Show 2025 You Mean Business grant opportunity. All right, let's see. I'm going to get my phlebotomy license this year. Is it possible that I can open up a blood drawing business in the same year, or do I need more experience? No, you can do anything. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Yep. You can do anything. Some people start, mobile like phlebotomy services, and they don't even have a phlebotomy license. See, as the founder, you can be the founder of anything. I can own a hair salon, but I don't have a cosmetology license. I can own a massage studio, but I don't have a massage therapist license. I can own a yoga studio, but I'm not certified in yoga therapy. I can also own my own clinic, but I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not even an ARMP. But I can own it. I can own my own assisted living facility. But guess what? I don't have to have some sort of certification or license in order to do that. When you are the founder and you are the person and you are the pioneer and you are the person who has came up with the idea, you can do anything. You can own anything. Okay? You don't have to have the licenses to do it. Because in most cases, the founder is not the one who wants to sit there all day and work in their business. They want to enjoy the fruits of their labor. They want to enjoy the fruits of their idea and their development. You have already done the work, and you have hired the team to be able to fulfill your mission. So go out to the Bahamas and enjoy yourself. That is the life of a founder, a true boss, okay? With my grant writing service, I have a team that writes the grants, not me. Yes, I'm a certified grant writer, but 9 years in this, I had to put in the work. But I've scaled. Now I don't have to do it. Now I travel the world for other opportunities, and I'm bringing more network for the team. So that way we can keep things afloat. So I can continue to feed the families that are a part of my team. So when you are the boss, You must think like so, and you must not think like the employee, or you will find yourself going into business and living invoice to invoice, and that's no different from living paycheck to paycheck. You're the boss. You can own and do anything. Okay? Cool. Do you guys have any other questions before I let you go? Mm-hmm. You can always book a one-on-one consultation with me, all right? You can always do that. I saw some of you guys text me, but instead of texting me, you don't even have to leave the live stream. I've actually pinned here somewhere on this live stream here, somewhere you can click on like the shop button, and you can just directly book a one-on-one consultation with me without having to leave the live stream. You'll see like a little purse or bag, shopping bag somewhere. You can tap on that, and then you can just book a one-on-one consultation with me. Okay. Okie dokie. No last questions? All right, cool. Okay, so I'm going to go on about my day, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow, same time, and we will have the same conversation. And if you have any questions, then bring your questions to the live stream tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you on the other side of business. Bye. Oh, wait, hold on. We got one question. It says, afternoon in Nigeria, yes. Is there any means of people in Nigeria or any means of people in Nigeria to get in contact with you? Yes, so you can book a one-on-one consultation with me. I must forewarn you though, I do not change my prices. I accept USD, and it is $100 at least for a one-on-one consultation. And also before we leave, okay? Um, this is my last month doing grant writing services in my grant writing service description. All right, I want to make that very clear. I have been frauded a little bit too much in this industry, whereas I have performed services and clients have disputed the charges. So, therefore, I've decided to end the service come January 31st. So, if you don't sign up for my, grant writing subscription, whereas me and my team were applying to grants for you after January 31st, then that will be it. You will only have access to me through YouTube for free. And then also, you can always book a one-on-one consultation. After January 31st, there will no longer be $100 consultations. The consultations will go up to $250 starting. Okay? And they will be in tiers, and you will see the change on my website and things like that. I had to make those changes because I believe that I want to attract you all who are actually serious about getting these funding opportunities and moving forward and, creating impact in the life of your business. I no longer want to attract those who just want to simply chase money. So, therefore, I have to put these filters in place, protect my business reputation as well. So, you have by January 31st to hire me and my team to search and apply to grants for you. And if you do not have the confidence and faith and believe that you will be able to have the money to get started, that's fine. I will continue to be here on YouTube, on live. You can always ask me questions, or you'll be able to book a one-on-one consultation with me. And I will walk through with you a actual grant application, and we will apply to it together on a Zoom call. Okay? So, there you have it. I wanted to make sure I made that disclosure before we got out of here because I didn't want you guys to feel like you just had free will, yeah, you have free will, but like just kind of freedom and stuff like that. No, I'm actually going to, you know, do that. All right. So after January 31st, no more grant writing services from me. I'm no longer writing grants for you. Once you are subscribed with me, the handful of subscribers that I will have, I will promise you, me and my team, we will prioritize you, and we will put so much of our energy into getting you the funding that you deserve, the debt-free grants that you deserve, okay? But for those of you who don't sign up, that's fine. You will always be able to have my videos to refer to, which is free information, free education, and you'll be able to see me on these live streams, and you can book a one-on-one with me, all right? Starting at $250 on February 1st. But for right now, the consultations are $100, very affordable, like 45-minute recorded Zoom call, and we talk about everything business, whatever you want to go over your idea. If you want me to go over your business plan and pitch deck with you, if you want me to navigate your idea, if you want me to give you more clarity on the best ways to develop, if you want to get some more ideas to add on to what your idea is, right? So the one-on-one consultations is not just about learning about grants. No, I have all of that information here on YouTube, okay? The one-on-one consultations are intimate settings, safe spaces for you to be vulnerable enough to explain to me what you need to have done, right? And where you want to go. All right, had to say that. I'll see you guys in another live stream. See you guys tomorrow, and thanks so much for being with me. Bye-bye.